Listen to Glory 93.9 FM for the best mix of traditional, classic, country, contemporary, and Caribbean gospel in New Providence, Bahamas.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production of Glory 93.9 FM.
Hey, smile a while, give your face a rest, alright? The troubles won't last always. Don't worry about it. God's gonna work it out, alright? Don't worry, just say, good morning. Good morning. Even the troubles are done. Yeah. Good morning. Just smile and say good morning. Say good morning. Good morning. Come on. The troubles are done. And smile. Just smile and say good morning. Alright. Hold on. Don't cry. No, babe, no, babe. The troubles won't last always. Be still and know He is God, yeah. Mention His name, all these will bow. Why those tears? Cause the joy, yeah. Joy of the Lord is your strength. He won't give you more than you can bear. No way. Good morning. Don't worry, don't cry. Everything will be alright. Move your frown and smile a while. The troubles won't last all night. Happiness is yours, let's claim it. On Calvary, Jesus paid it. Don't be ashamed to stand up and say it. Jesus, make a smile and you can't contain it. Everything would be alright. The troubles won't last all night. Smile and make your face look like Jesus, make all the heavy load light. Everything would be alright. The troubles won't last all night. Smile and make your face look like Jesus, make all the heavy load light. The troubles are done. The joy coming in the morning. Just smile and say good morning. Good morning. The troubles are done. That's right. Good morning. Just smile and say good morning. Good morning. Come on. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Make your face look nice. It's gonna be alright.
Morning, everybody. You're like right before morning, so you gotta get the morning sit now.
Oh my gosh, good morning, good morning. Because I promise it's always that good morning tea will start in the morning.
Yeah, so we stay true to our name by 2
You'll
minutes.
share it before your friends will be live.
Yeah, sure, man. Don't mind you can't see us. We are. We presently partaking in some. Yeah, we break bread fellows at the moment. So right now we have some. Hey, Shaquinda's here already. Mary Light one, walk up. Morning to all of you. We get it together. We let you know.
Not always coming so warm and loving, never rowing.
Yeah, no, man. I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, the good DGMT family is a demonstration of love.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, you got it. All right. You ready? You got camera ready? All right, let's go for it.
I have one more bite of the bread.
Go ahead. I like it. Smile a while and give your face a rest.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, everybody. There's Vera. There's Delton. Good. Tony say something. That was great. I do the switcheroo there. Sitting definitely in the wrong position. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to that Good Morning Tea. We are in there. Oh, man. And it's no longer morning tea. So good afternoon. Good afternoon, all. What is good morning? Short. Good morning.
Good afternoon,
tall.
big. Good afternoon, small. Good
Short.
afternoon, short.
Morning,
good
tall.
afternoon,
Morning.
tall.
One all
Good
y'all.
afternoon to all of y'all.
All y'all. We still have our beverage, even though it's afternoon. We do apologize,
Thankful.
everybody. It was our intentions to definitely have a show today, regardless of the time, because we realized on last week
We didn't.
we didn't have a show.
My man.
we had to participate in a funeral.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a funeral to go to on last week of one of our fellow
Yes.
church members that passed away, and so condolences still out to the Taylor family on the passing of Brother Alexis Taylor. So we funeralized him, well, not memorialized, because we can't have funerals anymore apparently. So just have memorials.
What do you mean? Like the body can't be in the church anymore?
No, not in the church. Not in the church.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you can't have funeral services anymore besides graveside.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
and so you just have memorials in church services
Powerful.
without the body present. I told them it's like the loophole. It's like the loophole in the emergency audits. Like, okay, so we got church and on the COVID protocols. Okay, then. So we just have church.
But then y'all can't got you. I get it.
Yeah, so it's not a funeral once the body isn't present. And so that's why we missed on last week. So we do apologize.
I always found that word funeralized weird. We don't
I don't
use
think
that
it's.
in the
I don't know if
UK.
it's a real word. Is it a real word?
Well,
We use it a lot.
I'm not going to say just because you guys use it, it's not real.
I
But
did-
it's not a word I'd heard prior to being here.
It's real to us.
And that's all that matters.
That's all it really matters. It's real. It's a real word to
Why
us.
Mike doesn't want to cooperate with me today. So
Is
we're
that-
gonna go up. We're gonna go up
That-
high.
up high?
Come
Got it?
right there.
Right there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So good morning, Donicia. Morning again, Quentin, Mary. Continue to like and share the show. Let people know that we actually are on today.
We are
And to those who are on radio, driving in your vehicles,
in your vehicle.
on the
Where are
streets.
you going?
on the streets of New
If you
Providence.
driving in your vehicle, where are
People
you
doing some shopping,
going?
a little bit of shopping. Yeah,
Going
get
shopping.
you still eat some more fish. You had a fish yesterday, so now you
Is he
eat some
eat
chicken,
more
some
fish
chicken
on
for
Sunday?
some chicken for tomorrow.
We have like a roast on Sunday.
I think there's like throughout the whole season is fish. You don't deviate.
Even when he resurrects, you have fish.
I mean,
Oh no, we don't do that here.
No?
We do not do that here. I know where I come from. Fish is exclusively Good Friday, and I think
Oh, no,
we
no.
only really uphold that because we have Caribbean friends. I think,
that's a UK thing.
yeah, I don't think. I think it's a UK thing, but because a lot of the black people in the UK are Caribbean, like they
Yeah.
got Caribbean roots.
No,
I'm
so
sure
that's-
how Ghanaians and Africans about lamb on Sunday. What did I say? It's a roast.
Sunday is lamb. I mean, it makes sense.
Yes, I think Sunday is lamb. The
However-
Jamaicans, them. I know Sunday. Lura confirmed this for me because when I say
Oh no. When you see lure now, Easter season, luring by a killer fish.
like, but Lura's fish on Sunday too. Like no, but fish and lamb, fish and
And lamb.
beef.
Hey, Lura's
The
here.
lamb that was slain.
Lura's
yes,
actually here.
lamb.
Absolutely.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Maybe this time is more suited to Lura's schedule.
Yeah, Lura, she has more free time in the afternoon
Nah.
than she has in the morning.
Noted.
Lura Roll, in case anybody's wondering, that's my mother. My mother is here on the show.
Fun facts.
Type it in. I learn how to
Fun
use a phone.
facts.
I know how to do things.
Learning how to use the phone. Lura would teach some of y'all some things on the phone. Don't mind that.
So remember the Passover lamb, Mary. What says remember the Passover?
The Passover lap. Thank you. I think
Yeah.
there was a.
I think for us, once we hit this Easter season, it's fish.
I'm here for it though.
It's fish, and then next week Sunday, then we talk about other stuff again.
I had to. So I'm calculating because, of course, we on Easter break. Thanks be to God who always causes us to triumph. We're on 2 weeks Easter break. But what that means we don't need to talk about that. What that means is after the Easter break, like we going straight to without a break till break.
Mhm.
So I had to count the weeks. It's 10. So of course I started to calculate the next holiday, and I realized that Whit Monday. It's soon. It's not far.
Yeah, no, it's usually, and then it's usually around May, and then right after that is Labor Day.
For Whit Monday and Labor Day, I appreciate Bahamians. That's not Whit Monday's not a holiday.
Yeah.
Where we come from.
No. I mean that whole idea of us being a
Christian
nation, it definitely has, and as much as people hate it and talk bad against it and say that we ain't a Christian nation, but you like the holidays though. I think people that don't know what the holidays represent. Just know that I have a day
isn't that
off.
your only Christian holiday?
I mean, Good Friday's not a holiday.
No, but Good Friday's a holiday everywhere.
It is?
In the UK, it's a holiday.
Not in America.
And Monday's a holiday. But America, really?
I don't think, no.
So I should be getting my package soon. I said working day. I didn't count Friday.
Yeah, no, you don't get that. You can, but I mean, for us, you can get here because our company's like, no, we close. So it reaching the warehouse, you ain't getting that till like Tuesday, Wednesday. So I
I
definitely
didn't realize Good Friday wasn't a holiday in America. I really
I don't
thought
know.
everybody. Now that's
and Easter Monday,
God.
you get a Monday off for why? Because he
Easter.
woke up yesterday. So we took
them
Monday off.
Oh no, that's not good.
So that's the benefit, really the strong benefit of the Christian nation.
Yeah.
The Wet Monday, the Good Friday.
So the Brits have a semblance to be in a Christian nation. I'm gonna hold on to this last drop because it's the last drop. It's the last drop. They're having a second Easter lockdown, no church. Very sad.
Again. Thank God we made it over this year.
My goodness, we made it.
Because last year it didn't go as well.
I was truly disturbed in my spirit last year.
Yeah, last year.
When I was just like,
in the house.
we're gonna be inside
in the house
on the day.
Locked all the way down.
You saw what just happened?
Yeah, I saw it. It's the little screw up top there. That's the problem.
But yes, glory to God. We will be in the house on Sunday.
Carlisa Wilkinson, good afternoon.
Carlisa, what is up? Good afternoon. I need to remember to keep saying good afternoon.
Yes, afternoon now.
Afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Make sure you get to the house tomorrow, whatever you do. We usually save this for the end of the show, but we're gonna have to keep reiterating.
Yeah. So on this whole situation of this whole idea.
On this whole
Easter.
situation of this whole idea. Got you.
I know I had a conversation with one of my in-laws on yesterday, and they got like a basket for Dallas. Which he had a hit it wasn't really hit. After the paw drop of hiding it. He saw it this morning. And he was like, Daddy, what's that in the corner? It's like, huh? He's like, it's like
corner.
What's that in the corner?
Hold on. He saw it in the corner. You did not hide that very well.
I said, because I didn't know she tried to hide it until like this morning. Like I was like,
what?
You put it in the corner?
Minimal effort.
Minimal. So he was like, Daddy, what's that? So they're like, don't tell him it's the Easter basket. Shit, it's a basket.
Who said don't tell him? Your in-laws.
like one of them.
But the in-laws the one that gave him the basket.
Yeah, but they don't
call it.
Don't call it an Easter basket.
Why are they giving him a basket?
Because
it's Easter.
I remember I got one Easter basket my entire life.
I was talking about this the other day. Why are Easter baskets a thing?
I have no idea. But
we do Easter,
I guess
do Easter eggs.
It's the way of
Agatha does not do Easter.
It's eggs. The way of the pagans taking over the religious holiday, or the religious holiday taking over the pagans.
You can't blame the pagans for that. That's straight materialism. Easter basket, the egg, fair enough, because I get the connections to pagan festivals and the egg and the bunny and the new life basket. You all just want things. And
so I got one. I think I was in grade 5 or 6. My older brother Randall.
These are the best days.
He brought me it. And I was like, what's this? That was not a thing in our house. I was not getting an Easter basket.
I expect that it shouldn't be a thing in your house.
Yeah, that was not a thing in our house to get an Easter basket. So I guess this is the same thing with Christmas and all these other holidays, all these other days that they say that we are celebrating that are not Christian. What's your feeling? What's your 2 cents?
Any excuse to talk about Jesus on a public forum. We get a bly. We get a bly this weekend. We could talk. We say Jesus, 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 and no one's gonna stop us. So it's pagan. It's got pagan roots. I ain't talking about the pagan thing. Y'all are giving me a bly. First of all, you're giving me a holiday because of Jesus. I don't care if you know it. That's what I know it to be. So I feel like seize any opportunity. I think that the challenge comes in when it's the symbolism, the pagan symbols, the tree, the eggs. I think the basket's tingsy. I don't think it's pagan.
The tree is pagan?
Mm-hmm. The tree is pagan. Don't ask me about it. Miss Delaveau, come online and tell all the heathens.
Tell the heathens about the tree.
Tell all these Christians about the heathen tree. But I feel like research, fair enough. I get it. I get why people want to know the roots of it. But then what do? Stop commemorating Jesus' death and resurrection?
No.
Or we want to find another day in the year that is equally not the day he died.
I know someone said that in regards to Christmas. Like, I think there's a friend of mine that celebrates Christmas, like I think like in September, October, somewhere around there, whenever they say that it probably really was. And I was like, this is just too much.
Again. I think is it Polish people? There's a race of people a country I know that celebrates Christmas in them times.
Yeah.
Like a certain Orthodox Christian group that celebrates Christmas. Listen, I don't care when you celebrate it. That's like the Sabbath. We getting tied up in the legalities of things. We want to honor the day. We want to honor the event. We want to honor the birth. We want to honor the death. We want to honor the resurrection. We don't know when it was.
No.
It's not on that day you're celebrating either.
Yeah, to be honest.
And Christmas isn't something we were instructed to remember. It's not something we were instructed to commemorate. We were instructed to commemorate the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Now we do that in the communion monthly, weekly, depending on where you go to church. But for me, like on Good Friday, there was a moment we had our prayer and communion service on Good Friday, which people want to talk about why is it called Good Friday. I was like, oh. My sister was trying to give me an Easter lesson on the phone this morning. I was like, sis, it's 5 a.m. Anyway,
Yeah.
Love you. In case she's listening.
Like 10. She's ready to go, ready to talk.
And she was like, why can't I see you? Because it's dark in my room and I'm still asleep. But anyway, I digress. There was a moment in prayer when I realized this is probably the only time now that it doesn't matter what kind of Christian you are, because we spend a lot of our time as Christians, denominations, we'd be in the same church and we'd be fighting, where we are all on one accord. And there was a moment where I realized the power of that. Like, we shouldn't take for granted that this holiday, whether it's pagan, whatever, all Christians everywhere, if you call yourself by the name Christian, this is the one thing we agree on. We disagree on baptism. We disagree on tongues. We disagree on prophecy. We disagree on this. We do not. None of us, by the name of Christian, disagree on this fact that he died and he rose again.
Yeah.
So for me, seize the power of the day, like that unity that we have on a Good Friday. Even if you stray a little bit from Jesus, you're going to spend a minute on Good Friday thinking about him. And that unifies the body all around the world. And for me, that's so powerful. I don't see why anybody would want to advocate to break that down. Because if we try and change the day, it's now more division. Yeah. Some people are going to go and start celebrating in May. Some of us in March. Please, let's not celebrate together. Let's commemorate one time. You know what I mean? I think this weekend is so powerful, and we shouldn't neglect it.
I think one of the topics I saw was like, someone said it's like Easter wasn't in the Bible. It's like, yes, it was.
What do you mean Easter? Well, no, Easter was in the Bible. Resurrection is in the Bible.
No, Easter's in the Bible too.
Easter?
The word Easter?
Where do I write Easter in the Bible?
The word Easter is in the Bible.
Delton, you put hashtag we are not theologians on the why?
It's always there.
Always. All right.
We are not theologians. I the word Easter itself.
Where?
Let me Google.
Y'all,
Acts 12. 1 through 4. I'll read it. Scripture reading for the day. Y'all let me read your Bible today anyway. And this Jesus one. So now about the time Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. This is the sword. This past this, so I use the scripture. And because he saw it pleased the Jews,
right,
he proceeded further to take Peter also. Right. Then were the days of unleavened bread. And right, when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternarians, whatever that word is, of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people.
That's a translation that's put the word Easter because that's the season, the Passover season.
And I'm saying, so
but then the word
itself,
no,
Easter.
But the word has been put in the Bible after it's been translated
to what it is
in a time where we celebrate.
But
Easter
it was translated
instead of Passover.
The Pesach is what they said it means. And it's termed and reference that you said.
Yeah, where the theologians, please call them.
Yeah, good.
I mean, because if you Google Easter, it's got some what's this and something. Yeah, I know the word comes from somewhere. What is my takeaway? Commemorate the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. That's the one thing we all agree on. That's what unifies the church. And essentially, I believe so. That's the foundation of our faith. That's why Mr. Incense, Mrs. Whatever, Mr. That, Mr. This,
Mr. Hail Mary,
me and you probably can back each other in heaven regardless. Yeah. That's why. This is the reason why. This is the reason why we're all part of one body. So
if for some reason y'all get together and want to celebrate my birthday on like November 5th,
what is happening?
I'll be there.
November 5th.
I don't care.
Yeah, like if you guys pick a random day,
yeah, like November 5th. You guys want
to commemorate my death on another.
We celebrate Delton's birthday. I'm coming.
And
I'm looking for gifts.
I like that. I'm looking for gifts.
I'm looking for gifts.
What is the gift Jesus wants? What gift does he want from you?
Your heart.
Hallelujah. Sorry, we digress.
Yeah, so happy Easter.
Oh man,
happy Passover.
I've made it a thing to say Happy Resurrection Sunday. My phone charger.
My phone
charger though.
I ain't get that one here today. Do apologize. Was it cable?
in the car.
Oh, yikes.
When we take that little commercial break. I make it a point to say Happy Resurrection Sunday.
Okay.
I make it a point to say Happy Resurrection Sunday because don't get it twisted.
I don't say
because
happy
everybody
anything.
and their Grammys celebrate Easter.
Yeah.
I'm celebrating Resurrection Sunday.
I saw some churches having some Easter egg hunts. I know I feel about that, but it's neither here nor there. Guys, sort of bring the kids down. We're having Easter egg hunts,
and I feel like again we contend over the symbolism, but the practice is to do what? To put Easter, this season, the sacredness of it in the minds of children. I think a good Easter egg hunt when I was younger just made me know that this was a time, this was a moment. You pause and you stop. And after the Easter egg after the Easter egg hunt, we talked about the cross.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't send me home with only eggs.
I hope that's
Bible scriptures was in there.
Okay.
All kind of things.
In the eggs?
Not in the eggs, but like maybe in a little basket or the pack I got. There was something. And we'd been in Sunday school all Lent.
Yeah.
All Lent. Now Lent is I went to Catholic school my whole entire life. Struggled with Lent.
Well, no, primary school for me. All
primary school, high school, and sixth form.
Yikes.
There weren't very many Catholic sixth forms. Mine when we found it.
Hey,
there weren't many of
found
those.
it.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. So I know the Catholic.
Yeah, I've never been big on Lent. Never.
The ash on the forehead and all the stuff.
I remember when I was growing in my consciousness of the fact that I was a Pentecostal Christian and I struggled with the priest doing the ash on my head. I was like, Pentecostals, we allowed to do this? We allowed to let this man put ash on our head?
I know some also do it now, like who were part of even life.
Yeah.
That they go and get it. Like, why are you doing this? I don't know. I
feel like on that, it's each day its own. Like if you feel like that moment, good top of the morning to you also, Donald, top of the afternoon indeed. I see the Right Honourable Moss, good afternoon to you. Also, you say Easter's for hot cross buns. Amen. I mean, it depends.
Them buns turn into hard bread now.
Listen, all kind of shady posts on Facebook. Why don't y'all just eat the buns you happy with and leave the rest alone?
Because everybody will do buns now, so you want to support your friends, you want to support small businesses. But y'all really doing.
I saw on one of
y'all doing small rocks.
One of these groups, one lady posted her hot cross buns. Honestly, anyway, they didn't look like hot cross buns. Yeah. And her own caption was, "My skin is thick and I will cuss you back." My skin is thick and I will cuss you back. How did I do? What?
Like, don't ask the question.
Why? Why have you put yourself out there? Why have you set yourself up for a fall?
Yeah,
I'm all for the Easter season, Passover season, resurrection season, Jesus season, whatever you're calling it, because it's an excuse for me in a growingly secularized society to talk about Jesus without fear of, being accused of being politically incorrect. Like this is our time. This is ours. We own this. And I think we need to keep owning it. Can't give it away.
It's true.
And as a Brit, I think in the Bahamas is something you guys still have the privilege of taking for granted. Yeah. Being able to speak freely about Jesus. Where I come from. Yeah.
Yeah. No, for us, I don't know that ever be a day. I can't say. I don't think it would never be a day. But I think that'll ever become taboo.
Speaking about Jesus.
Yeah. Where it'd be like, you can't talk about Jesus in the Bahamas. I think.
Ooh, child, doesn't I know. Let's speak it. Speak those things that are not as though they are.
Yeah, so I don't think there'll be a time where we say like, oh no, you can't talk about Jesus here.
Okay. Amen.
I don't like your attitude, man. I don't like what you said about us.
No, but what I'm saying is you see how things are creeping over. They creep. There's certain things that you thought would never happen. You guys you never thought that the church would be having to fight gay rights. You didn't think that was going to happen. And yeah, we are. Anyhow, speaking of gay rights.
speaking
of gay rights. I didn't even do that on purpose. But it works. Anyway, yeah, so that's my 2 cents. We got our time and our season to lift the name of Jesus higher. Carlisa, I agree 100%.
Yeah. Morning, BB Davis. Evans is here.
Who else have we not said good morning to? We went straight into our end topic. We started at the end and we work it. Why you do that?
Chris Wall.
Because you didn't even check the birthdays. You didn't do anything.
You say happy Easter, not this.
I ain't say it. You said it.
I said happy Easter.
That wasn't me. I told you I say happy resurrection.
I'll pull the files. Check about them today.
Get the receipt.
Chris is here. What a Chris.
We had a couple more mornings I don't feel like we acknowledged.
Actually, it's afternoon. You also didn't want it.
That's
anyway, so happy birthdays to everyone that's celebrating a birthday this week. And to celebrate last week or in the week to come.
It's like properly April. I don't know how. I don't know how. Sway.
It's deep in April. It's deep in April.
You're gonna blink 2 times and it surely will be.
Yeah, we deep in April now. So I'm trying to pull up any birthdays I might have. Let me give them a shout out.
I know we have we definitely have one live birthday. I don't know if they're online.
Yeah, I know. You're listening.
Well.
So, anyways, the Trey Thompson, Minister Trey Thompson from Life Worship Center and employee here at Glory 93.9 FM.
Well, as an employee of Glory 93.
He said happy birthday to yourself, wherever you may be. I don't know where he is, or if you're listening. Also, Valen Coakley, a fellow musician. We went to the Grove together years and years ago.
You like just call out anybody's
of Cooper Stairs.
Everybody's birthday. I don't know how I feel about that.
Do you know the song "Keep the Fire Burning"? Keep the fire burning. Little Baby song. No. Yikes! We gotta get you. His father was the one who created that song.
Why Chris say he patiently waiting? Chris, is your birthday too?
No, I think he's talking about the other righteous fighting in the Bahamas.
What?
The righteous talking about the fighting in the Bahamas. I think that's in reference to that.
Oh.
Lawrence Hepburn celebrated yesterday. No,
Lawrence Hepburn. Yeah, anyway.
Freeport. If you see him.
Yes. He's be on a prayer call, right?
Yeah.
Got you.
Tatiana, a friend of mine from Faith Tabernacle, she celebrated on April 1st. Anybody celebrating this week or last week?
I see you, Chris.
Alton celebrating on tomorrow.
Oh, no.
No,
having church yesterday really messed us up.
Day after tomorrow.
I'm still struggling with the fact that it's Saturday. Alton, happy birthday for
the
holiday Monday.
Yeah, he celebrated on Monday.
Oh, what are you doing for your birthday? Don't go to the beach.
Don't go to the beach.
Nope.
Nigga be on down these streets.
I wanted to go to the beach on Tuesday, but in my head I was like, but Tuesday's going to be full of the debris from Monday. So we probably should wait till like Wednesday.
So they let her wash off.
Thursday.
Let her get away.
You know? Let the Good Samaritans and the environmentalists do their beach walk and beach pickup and them things down.
Yeah.
Then we could go.
Anyway, to anybody else celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you.
Why don't I get to shout out my friends who are having birthdays?
Ma'am, go ahead, ma'am. Go right ahead.
I don't know where to find them.
I
feel like I had this problem last year. 4 others. Drum roll, please.
I think drum roll.
It's going to be awkward if I don't feel like shouting them out. Oh, I don't know where it's gone.
I can find drum rolls. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Dios mío. I have a good friend whose birthday is today. I'm just going to pick up the phone and message her. She doesn't need a shout out on DGMT.
But no, that's a little. Whose birthday is it?
Her name is Catherine Courtney, a good friend of mine from university. One of the only friends I actually kept from my course. All my other friends came from like church, extracurricular activities.
Yeah.
She's the only person on my course that I kept as a friend. Fun fact, I was the only black girl on my course.
Nice. How'd you feel? Did you feel discriminated against?
No. I felt like a novelty, which is not necessarily a good thing. Some days it works to your advantage. Some days it doesn't. That's a whole different show.
So anyway, in other news,
Yay.
As we move on now to other housekeeping matters that now we're going backwards. We got birthdays out of the way. Anniversaries. Anybody celebrating an anniversary? I don't know. If they are, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, yeah. Chris said waiting for the rights. It's not about the rights situation. I know it's coming. Because there's a report just came out, actually, just this week.
You was reading the news, Delton. I'm so proud of you.
I was watching.
You didn't have to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to put a false narrative out there. I was watching the news. That the report came in from the UN or one of those groups that talked about we didn't do better for our rights for the alphabet crew, and we didn't do better for Haitian immigrants. Then the report talking about the Bahamas and our stance on that, and we got to get it together.
And you see, that combination, putting those two groups together, is one of the difficulties in this fight, because they've made racial discrimination equal to
to your sexual preference.
Yeah.
This is where we are, peace. So I think that right thing might come sooner than we think.
I was telling you were here telling me no.
But not the Jesus thing. I ain't going back on the Jesus thing.
The Jesus thing, it ain't gonna be until Dallas and David is grown.
Nope, Dallas them great grandchildren.
Okay.
That's what I'm sticking with.
Okay.
By the time
We can do that.
by
That's all right.
the Rapture and Beanie, and they got I just started Rapture.
Rapture.
I saw one of our it's funny calling them one of our teens. One of our children are back in town. I saw them the other day. Down there by BB Davis there. By Totus. Kai Jones is over here. I saw him.
I mean, you couldn't miss him.
You can't miss him. It's hard to
Oh
miss him.
my goodness.
One of our, it's hard to say our life teens. That guy is no longer.
Oh no.
You know, he's still a teenager.
Grown man. He's not. He's 20.
He's 20 now? Oh, he's
Yeah.
19. He's 20?
No, he's 20.
I missed a whole year. I missed a birthday.
Probably.
Guy, I missed a whole birthday. Sorry, guy.
Slacking.
I missed a whole birthday. Yeah, so there's all 6'11" of him, which just started up there.
6'11".
I think he was 6'11". I'm pretty sure he's selfie with the hair.
Awesome.
So he was back here. He just declared for the NBA draft.
Awesome.
So we're expecting big and
Big
glorious
shout
things. To Guy Jones, who's over here. Shout out to Gas, a sometime listener of DGMT. Not a regular, but sometime he listens.
I was gonna say if
Yeah.
ever, but we love you anyway.
And so anything else we missed? Chris, he looks 7 too. Chris, you were like,
He looks so. Honestly, I saw a picture of him standing beside his mother.
and
She's
Cass,
literally at his waist.
and Cass
Cass
is not a
isn't
shot.
small.
She's not a shot lady.
Oh, dwarfed.
And so yeah. So shout out to Guy. All right. So in other news, what do we want to talk about?
Do you know what I love?
Before
I
I
love
move
about
on.
this show. What do I want to talk
Yeah.
about?
No. Before I move on, you got something you want to talk about? So I
What
was
do you mean?
going to go to commercial break, but let's get to something else. before the
Commercial break already?
Yeah. You said
We
you wanna
already
do
been
it
here
quick.
for half hour.
Yeah.
No. We could do a commercial break.
All right. No.
Let's do a commercial break.
Let's talk a little longer first.
No, let's go. Oh, gee.
So one thing I like about this show, Vera saying, what do you like about the show?
I like about this show because Delton will tell me, ma'am, I'm just here to assist you. You do all the talking. I'm
First of
just
all,
here.
it's not how I speak. What I say is, I'm just here to open the door and push buttons.
That's what he said. That's what Delton say. But then I'll be sitting here figuring out, I don't know what Delton. You'll tell Delton to get some new sound effects. If
push
you're going to
buttons.
push buttons, we could need some new ones. What's that? Oh, I
There you
like
go.
that one. But then I'll be sitting here trying to figure out what's he going to say next. I don't know where this conversation is going. No, because we were talking about the gay rights, and I thought there's no better time to talk about that. There's no better time than now to talk about Lil Nas X and his Satan shoe. Let's just get it out there one time.
Yeah,
Let's just
that's why I say talk before
hit it and
we go
quit
to
it.
break. Let's talk about that.
hit it and quit it.
In case for those who don't know,
How could you not know?
I did not know. That's the thing too. I did not know who it was. I saw a video of someone online talking about Satan shoe. That's what they call it, something like that. And so I didn't even look at it long. I was like, okay, let's get past this. Like, let's scroll past. Didn't look at it long. I was like, I don't know what it's talking about. I don't know where you're going with this, but I ain't here for it. So I scrolled past. And then I saw all the little talk happen about this guy. Like Lil Nas has lost it. He's lost it. He's gone. Lala Ray Ray. I was like, first of all, from he came out.
Come on, guys.
It's all been downhill since then. And so.
But people saying he's gone, as if to say he was ever here.
Exactly. I was like, so.
You say, where did he go from to? Y'all say he gone. He was ever here.
Anyway,
Anyhow.
so the thing is, so if you don't know who Lil Nas X, Lura doesn't know what it is. And it's
Okay.
fine,
Laura, do you know, have you ever heard the Lil Children singing a song about the Old Town Road? I'm going to take my horse
I'm gonna take my horse
down the
to
Old Town Road and
gonna
then
ride
till
to
I
the kid.
can't
I'm pretty sure she heard that. I'm saying, but she was
yeah, I'm sure Laura heard the children. I guess I think that's what his transgenerational appeal is.
Yeah, so
after that,
so
I
here's the
can't
thing.
imagine any of us followed his career.
He
I say
came
any of us.
into the industry as groundbreaking. Why? Because he was a
Black country
singer, and they classified his music as country because he had a country artist on with him as well, and he's a cowboy singing about Old Town Road and taking a horse. So he entered into the country music category. Didn't like him, FYI. they wasn't here for it. They was not about
Who,
him
the
being-
country people?
Yeah, they were like,
First of all, you black, don't
sir,
do it.
don't do this. You're a hip hop artist. Yeah, and so that's where he came in, and so all the news came about him. So once he got popular, just as like the enemy does it, as he gets a little toe in the door, he passed all the way through. Just don't give this. Don't give
him an
enemy,
inch.
don't give the enemy a ride. He gonna want to drive. And
Love
so
it.
we allowed the enemy in for that song. Like, oh, it's a nice song. It's hot.
And we were all doing it, dancing.
Ain't
I
nobody
thought there was like a little
tell me
dance. That,
nothing.
hey, yes, there was
we
a
are
dance
there.
to it. And all of us,
And
you
then
know,
it's like, hey guys,
us ethnic minorities, we were feeling very
Yeah.
diverse with ourselves, listening to country music. Now, y'all, come on here, don't tell no lies.
Yeah.
We was feeling
feel
little
it.
with it because I know what the white folks doing.
Do a little heel step.
Okay.
And then open the door to
Grab
the dance.
Right.
Boogie, So we had a whole country thing going on.
Yes, we had a
Black
moment.
folks take over country.
We had a
It didn't
moment.
last long, but hey, we tried it.
Now we're getting comments, and we see you, BB and Chris. We see your comments. Judy,
Yeah,
we
no,
see
we
your
getting
comments. Delton's just giving us the preamble.
Yeah, just laying out there for you. And so everything came out. We were happy for it. And then he was like, hey guys, y'all didn't know that? I'm gay. It's like, okay, no one asked you this. But okay. It's like nobody really
Did we
asked.
ask you though?
Nobody asked you your sexual preference, sir. We just here enjoying your music. Then it's like, all right. And then after that, he got, of course, when you come out as being a homosexual in today's society, that makes you a hero. And so he came out and he was a hero. So now it's got some more attention. He had other songs that came out. I don't know what they are.
Nary a clue.
Didn't listen to any
Oh
of
my
them.
goodness, no.
So
idea.
that's who he is as an
Oh,
artist. And then all of a sudden, this week or last week,
All us a fudden.
there was like this talk of this shoe that was in dedication and in honor and all the symbols and necessary drawings of a Satan shoe. A shoe dedicated to Lucifer that this young man decided that he wants to put together and sell.
I'm trying to get all my research up.
And of course, he made the I think there's only like 666 copies of the shoe made.
Right, for 1,000
So it's like, hey,
and $19.
I see what you did there. So
I think the number 666 is printed. 666 is printed.
yeah, it's on the
shoe.
shoe as well as the other images that they have for Lucifer. Don't know where they got those images from, but it's fine. There's certainly some percentage of human blood in it that they put there as sacrifice.
So this, I looked into that because that's the one thing my brain couldn't compute. I
Mhm.
couldn't compute the human blood thing. Apparently, one of the employees from the promoters or the designers gave them 1 drop of blood that they've manufactured and mixed with red ink. So you don't even get 1 drop in your shoe.
No, you get like a percent. I think it's a percentage.
Right, but
mix
it's a
of,
very small
and then
percentage.
I knew.
I'm not negating it all. I'm just saying,
It's
guys,
weird.
because in my head I was like, so somebody just supplying blood for free for trainers for what do you call it? Tennis.
Yeah.
Come on, in this world, you're gonna use blood putting people's shoe. So when I heard that, I was like, that makes slightly more sense.
Where
to me.
and I think Chris brought this up that Nike's currently suing him for
Yes.
design, I believe. There was a Jesus shoe that Nike brought out I think about 2 years ago, and in the sole of it, it had, I think they took water from the Jordan River, and it was in the sole of the shoe.
See, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
So there was a Nike had a
for every, because what I'm hearing, not necessarily in the spirit, but just in my head, for every action, there is a reaction.
yeah, and so
For every force,
Nike,
there is an opposing force. I'm just
so
I'm
let
just-
me see if I can find a picture.
And I feel like now I'm just like, you weren't even original. You literally just did the opposite of what Nike already did for the Lord.
yeah,
Devil been copying, devil been trying to mimic, and what's it? Counterfeit since day one. My goodness, that could preach, buddy.
all of it. So the Jesus shoes, what they call it, filled with holy water. There's a Nike Air Max 97s. That's what it was. Came out in 2019. That was right, 2 years ago. And so his design is really a copy. As you know, the NBA is always a person that just uses his imitation. And so it sold for $4,000 at the time it came out. The Nike shoe with holy water in it.
I love Jesus, but
$4,000 is a lot for Jesus for holy water shoe.
And that's when? How many years ago?
It's 2 years ago.
Okay.
So anyway, that's where we are now. And so Laura said she's not familiar at all. Did she saw it? Oh, it was in the newspaper? Did not even know it was in the newspaper. So
Which newspaper? Bahamian newspaper?
apparently so. My mother said she found it that it was in the newspaper. And so she actually did see it. Brittany said the devil waits and the Chinese always mimicking something. Like, wow. Wow. Anyway, so yeah, Jesus was like, because Jesus was like 3 racks. Yeah, so it's $4,000 when it initially came out.
I'm glad they have their priorities in place. Because if that was you want to cost more, whoa, we have even bigger problems. I kid, I joke. Don't come for me.
And so, I don't even know.
Okay.
Why?
Okay. I'm gonna pull up something. I'm gonna pull up a file. No, you keep going. I'm gonna pull up
I
a
don't
file.
even know why this became. Why is this even news? I don't particularly care, but I have to care as a Christian. I need to know exactly. I don't need to know, but I should know what's happening in the world.
Right.
What the enemy has up his sleeve and planning to do. What
Not
he's
his
doing,
sleeves.
What he's doing right in front of our faces.
Right.
And sadly,
I think my initial reaction was Satan brazen.
Oh yeah.
He's not even. Let me find it. He's not even it's not even the first thing that came to my mind is the Bible talks about him appearing as an angel of light. No, you guys have made it so easy. He doesn't even have to appear as an angel
he's coming
of light.
as I am.
But my thing is, I kind of feel like part of me is a bit like we have to acknowledge that there is a dark side to this world, right?
Mm-hmm. It is. I don't know it.
Okay, we have to acknowledge that there is a dark side to this world. And my thing is any Christian gonna buy these sneakers?
The Jesus sneakers?
No.
Oh, the Satan.
The Satan sneakers.
I would hope not.
So what's your let the people who worship Satan buy Satan shoe. And then when they do Jesus shoe, you buy Jesus shoe.
Not a $4,000.
Well, I kind of did feel like a bit like, can I read this post? Because I found this interesting. Disclaimer, I don't necessarily believe this is a Christian's perspective, but it did. I'm very much like Delton. I kind of just saw it and was like, oh, up to their antics again.
They at it again.
I was very pleased to see that Nike sued and distanced themselves from it, because I feel like if there's a line, and we want manufacturers, even if you're not pro Jesus, come on, don't go all the other way, stay neutral. So I appreciate that Nike was like, nah, bruh, we aren't in this, and in fact, we're gonna sue. We're gonna sue because you're trying to tarnish our good name. And I wanted to be like, Nike, I'm glad you realize this is indeed tarnishing your name. But my general perspective is, let the bad people do what bad people want to do, and the good people do what they want to do. You know what I mean? You'll shine your light where you are, be impactful in your sphere of influence, and leave the rest of it alone. But when I saw this, I thought, interesting, because this person did pick up on the fact that there's a lot of outrage online from Christians, like, these are the end times, this is evidence of the end times, etc., etc., etc. So this is what I joined this group on Facebook solely for Good Morning Tea.
Just for teas.
Only for tea. Honestly, growing up in the church, one of the things that always bothered me was pastors preaching about how the world was becoming a more and more evil place. I think and they put it in inverted commas, hence why I don't think this is a Christian speaking. I think a lot of Christians like to selectively pick and choose what they see as evil. Like, you can dislike Lil Nas X music video because there was a music video that was released along with the sneakers.
Okay.
Tennis, where he's grinding up on Satan.
Okay.
Like, you can dislike Lil Nas music. You can ignore his reasons for making it and the symbolism behind it, though I will give you a side eye for that. But claiming it's a sign of the end or that the world is becoming a worse place because of it is ridiculous. Slavery, the Holocaust, child soldiers, genocide, human trafficking, racism, and more are all intense evils that have existed and exist till this day. But if you can overlook those things in your daily life, and the thing that makes you think the end of days is coming is a dude in a wig twerking on a guy in red body paint, you aren't worried about the end of days. You just hate gay people. And this is the edit, I don't care if people don't like the video or even if they think he's worshiping Satan, that's their opinion. I just don't like people holding this up as a sign of how corrupt the world is and how near the end is, like it's much worse than all of the stuff that has gone down in history. What say you?
Well, I am always a proponent of calling out fake gear. I'm a strong proponent of calling out people that fake gear. I think what I think is the outcry is the blatancy in which it's done now. of the like. I mean, I said this before that Satan's marketing department is well funded, and I think that's something that we have to just. It's not accept, but I mean, it's something that we have to realize that's been our plight for years. That when you talk about Christians taking over these mountains,
right,
these 7 mountains,
right.
This is the reason why we have to, because the devil is in charge of this whole media and this social media and stuff that goes out. And I think the problem now is being, back in the day, it wasn't as bad because there was no way for it to get out to the masses as fast as it is now. Everything now is like one click away.
Right.
You are one random scroll. You don't have to be looking for it. You are one random scroll.
Like
from
certain little children singing songs, and I had to ask them where you hear that. They
Where
say
you at?
mommy's phone, TikTok.
Mommy's phone.
On mommy's phone.
On mommy's phone. And so I think we have to just say that it is now more exposed than ever. And I think that is what we have to fight against, the exposure of it. Now, how do we fight against that? On the Christian budget that we have for marketing? Because like many of you say, people who know about Lil Nas, the guy's shoe, don't even know that there was a Nike Jesus shoe. Abbas Denzel asked about the holy water part of it. But yeah, they took some water apparently from Jordan River, and the priest blessed it.
Probably took like a bottle and mixed it into they
could take plenty. I don't know what shoes are made.
It's a whole river.
Yeah. So I don't know what shoes are actually made from it. I don't know that.
But I think the point that this comment is making that I found interesting is what we as Christians deem to be evil. Like the fact that we have graded and leveled evil. That as far as we're concerned, homosexuality is a greater level of evil.
Oh, definitely.
Our outcry and our outrage in response to that is greater than it is other things. And that challenged me, because I'm one of those people that says I would never advocate for homosexuality, but then I will not call it worse than something else. I appreciate there's an agenda and it's being pushed, and therefore our defense against it or our response to it is louder than it's ever been before. Fair enough. But I would never condemn someone who's in that lifestyle more than I would condemn someone who's in a lifestyle of adultery or fornication.
Yeah,
and I think that's what this comment was pulling out, the fact that we have decided what we believe
that
to
we
be.
picked on homosexuality
because
more.
If we were to see, for example, a child soldier, okay, let's even talk about this NIGARD thing, just because it came to my mind. Something that's in the news, popular, everyone's listening to it. This is sin on wide display. A man who has money, power, influence has abused it. Do we speak as loudly? Is our outcry as is it the same? Do we see these things and say, Lord Jesus coming back because all of these things going down? Or do you understand what I mean? Like was the point.
So we tie his loud display of sexual perversion to the coming back of Christ that we do homosexuality.
As we do other display. And let's just stay with sexual perversion. Let's not even talk about, corruption or that kind of thing. Let's just stay with sexual perversion. Is our outcry. Now, we never would look at that and say it's not wrong. I think universally people agree that that's wrong.
Yeah.
But do we come against it, comment on it, respond to it from our Christian perspective, or because it's morally, everybody agrees, we're on a moral agreement, we kind of just stay with, this is morally wrong. Our Christian outrage is quiet though.
I think we said this before in a conversation talking about the whole topic of homosexuality. I think why Christianity is it's more against and speaks out more on homosexuality is because the homosexuality culture wants to be accepted by Christianity and wants to make its way right.
Right.
So I think that's why the outcry seems to be more, because if you use the allegations against Peter Nygaard, he's not saying this is right. Or is there outcry of,
however, I agree 1,000%, but we're talking about Lil Nas. He's not trying to get Christians to accept this.
No. But however, it's being
intentionally controversial.
But
and
because
we took the bait.
But because of the culture we are in, is like we got to protect the little sheep, because this is in public media. This is in his music videos,
and that's why I join you on fake caring. Your comment on Facebook is not protecting any sheep.
No,
that's not protecting the sheep in your house are not protected because you put on Facebook that the end of days is near.
Yeah, she better protected if you go to their phone and see what apps they have downloaded.
I mean, thank you.
And see what they actually use
you're
these
super
things
protected
for.
if you
Protect your sheep.
Let me not go there. But I mean, I found that comment interesting, and I thought I'd throw it out there. There are a lot of comments coming in that we haven't necessarily truly say twerking on the devil.
Apparently, I haven't seen the video.
Yes, on the video he fully is.
Now, I mean, this is just
I would never. I couldn't even. When I heard what was in the video, I didn't watch it. I
Yeah,
was like,
I
why? I just
like I say, I'm not even
thought,
interested in looking and giving him the attention that this is getting. This is
right.
I haven't spoken to this guy in this long since Old Town Road came out. Like, I haven't even mentioned his name.
The question was, he's still around.
Yeah, it's like I didn't even know he was still out there doing stuff. Every now and again, you see him. I saw him on a commercial during the Super Bowl or something like that. I'm like, oh, they're bringing him back. I didn't know. I thought he left. Probably he was always around because I saw him on a commercial and I was like, hey, where did I find him from? Old Town Road guy is back. But probably he was always around.
And I'm not going to lie to you. As many times as I listened to the song Old Town Road or came across it, I wouldn't have been able to tell you what he looked like.
Oh, from the song.
I never watched the video. I don't know what he looks like.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, the guy, they came back. They brought him back for commercials.
Okay, let's get these comments.
All right.
BB says, I must say the talk about it is funny. She's talking about I guess the video, the shoes. I think now let me put in, I like to play all sides. He tried to use a bit of our Bible in his bad things, and we didn't like that. He has a Bible verse on the shoe, on the box. Oh, and I saw Lucifer fall like lightning.
Oh, that's on the shoebox.
That's on. I think it's on the shoe. He have the quote. He have the scripture printed on the shoe. Now, of course, you take our good book and use it for foolishness. You drawing us out. So I'm not saying all these. You mind your business. Christians, just go in your house and protect your sheep. No, he trying to take our things.
And he used to fall from lightning. You saw the fall from lightning.
That's the first. Let me get it. Anyway, let me read some of these comments.
Yeah, get the comments.
Now,
be fine.
BB, I just found this out as well. Old Town Road is not about horses. It's not about horses. It's about drugs.
Oh, you mean? Oh, yeah.
Now you see, how did you know that?
Yeah. I mean, but all of that came out after he came out. Because, like, let me tell you what the real meaning of this story is. At first, it was like before he came out and said that he was a homosexual, the story was about him living with his sister, and how he had no money. And it's like, man, I'm going to follow my dream and write it out. After he came out and attention was given, all of a sudden now the story changed. And now it came about other stupidness. But anyway.
Delton, this is why we have to go back to that show.
We digress.
This is why we have to go back to that show about listening to secular music. Apparently, we just need to
leave it alone.
I think if it was produced after 2000, leave it alone.
After 2000,
everything before then,
before 2000 was okay.
They were explicit. Actually, no, that's a lie. That's a whole lie. I take that back.
2000, that's pretty close.
I take that back. That's a whole nother show. It's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
I ain't even ready for it.
No,
I ain't even ready for you to tell me that, I'm trying to find. Yes, Luke 10:18, and I saw, and it's printed on the shoe, right? Yeah, it's printed on the shoe. So of course you trying to draw us out. You taking our good Bible, and but I mean he took the part that applies to what he's doing.
Yeah, he saw.
Anyhow, he been gay from whole town. Oh gosh, Brittany.
Oh yeah, it's on. Yes, yeah, right down the side of the shoe.
Yeah, I'm trying to. There was a couple of comments. Yeah, that Jesus. There was a comment I missed, and I wanted to really, Brittany.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, you go.
Maybe you should say Brittany can't be talking about the Chinese and they listen to.
I saw that.
Oh, I don't think Brittany cares.
I know you got an comment where you are.
Oh no, I just saw the thing Pastor Denzel said about getting water from the Jordan River and put it in the shoe. It's all gimmicks, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, but I think and not just put it in the shoe. They had it blessed by a priest. They had a priest like come over and pray for the water. I guess a Catholic priest, I assume, and bless the water. So you walking on holy ground. Holy, so she just walk on water.
I just wonder, is that even a
you walk
like,
on the water.
You look at, like, did you really think about your target audience when you made the shoe?
I don't know who's gonna buy it.
Like,
Like, what? Jordan River water? I want those for $4,000.
God has prospered me so I could buy tennis with holy water.
I don't care about it.
Anyway, Zanzo, I'm equally as confused as you are, to be honest. Yes, there are scriptures printed. There's a scripture printed on the shoe.
Yeah, the link to scriptures.
A quick Googles would get you right where you need to be, to be honest. It's viral because it's the going down to hell on the stripper pole in boxers and heels.
Heels, yeah.
So he's doing that. My thing is, leave the things that are for Satan. I just feel like it's not like he's trying to sell right as wrong. It's not like he's trying to play both sides. He's clearly picked his side, and that's his choice. At the end of the day, is our outcry for him to come to Jesus Christ? That's like, I think the most effective response to this was Nike saying, we want no part of this.
This Nike person you speak of.
That's what we call it in the UK. I'm not going to stop. There are certain things I'm never going to change.
You kept on mentioning this Nike person.
Is Nike.
I don't know who Nike is.
Nike is Nike. Adidas is Adidas. And I'm not taking it back.
Adidas.
What
kind
else?
Of mess is this?
Cookies are biscuits. I think I've given into chips being fries. And I'm not happy about it.
And the boot? What's the boot on the car? What is the boot?
Oh, what you all call the trunk is the boot.
It's the boot.
What you all call what's the front piece? What do you all call the front piece?
Hood?
I don't think we could call it anything. Oh no, it's the bonnet. The bonnet.
Like the hair? What?
Pop the bonnet.
Pop.
We digress.
Very much so.
Nike. Best response.
AKA
Let's carry
Nike.
on. Let's keep it moving.
For the English,
Let's keep it moving.
For the English speaking, that's be Nike.
Let's keep it moving. So that's the end of part 1 in a lesson of English slang.
Of English language.
That's not even English slang.
The English language.
That's just British pronunciation of things.
Yeah, see, Chris has the same thing. Chris is like, who's this Nike person you speak of?
I'm not taking about
like Nick. Who do you mean? Anyway,
taking about it.
All right. So Nick it is. Was it Nike?
Nike.
Sorry, not Nick. Like Nick would be totally wrong. Nike is what it is.
Yeah, because you could get Nike from the way it's spelled. You can't get Nick from the way it's spelled. Okay. You're being facetious, and I don't appreciate it. Donnie said pictures of the video are alarming. I think I've seen one blurry picture that made it very clear. I have no business watching that.
I didn't see any.
None at all. Now, is the video, this is my question for DGMTers who have maybe done a bit more research and know a bit more about this. Is the video to a song, or is the video part of an advertisement for the now another lesson in English slang? Trainers.
What's that?
Trainers.
What's that?
Tennis. Sneakers.
The trainers.
Trainers.
That's what we call it.
That's what we call them. Trainers.
So there's no tennis in English language?
You might have tennis shoes that you wear when you play tennis.
So there's shoes for tennis. And you play basketball and trainers.
Yeah.
And you wonder why the children are confused.
Which children? Our children are not confused. Our children, where they are
they wear their trainers
content.
happy. They're wearing their Nike trainers.
Yeah, but you all want to wear tennis for basketball, and tennis for golf, and tennis for soccer. What do you mean I'm wearing tennis? See, tennis is a sport primarily. But again, we digress. My question was, is the video for one of his many songs that we don't know?
Chris says for a song.
It's for a song?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's for a song.
Okay, so yeah, they're trying to come for me, and I don't care. Say a hair bonnet, Raquel Mintz. Nah,
what you said? She said the bonnet.
My memory is pretty good with names.
So
is this the first time Raquel Mintz is commenting? Because I really hope she is not commenting for the first time on DGMT.
I'm coming for you.
I'm coming for me. I really hope not.
Can
but
you
good
pop the bonnet,
afternoon to you, Raquel Mintz,
please,
wherever you are.
Pop the bonnet.
The bonnet. Yeah, pop it.
All right then. That's what we go with.
If it's your choice, stop forcing on everyone else. He's not forcing it. He's only got 666. How you feel forced? I don't feel forced. Where do you feel forced from? I don't feel forced. I don't feel forced at all. I see your point, Donisa, but I don't feel like I agree.
That
he's forced. It's being forced on us.
I think the media sort of is giving it way more attention than it deserves.
And y'all commenting your outrage, giving it more attention.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I mean, like us now, we're getting way more attention than it deserves.
Because it made its way on DGMT,
Yeah.
a good, valuable DGMT hours and minutes.
Yeah.
I watched the entire video. Chris, did you have to cleanse afterwards? Did you feel like you needed to take communion?
Not Chris. I know Chris.
Yes, it's to a song. Oh, a song. Brittany's saying, but he is so nonchalant on TikTok. You see, Brittany, you watching him on TikTok? Me, I've never seen him on TikTok. Why? He doesn't have my eye. Now, granted, as you said, TikTok, things just come up. You have no control. But he's so nonchalant on. I guess you mean he's so nonchalant on TikTok, reacting to the people, rumors, videos about him going to hell, and he is laughing. Honestly, this generation I'm in normalize going to hell comfortably like it's a party, and that's sad. Brittany, you see, what you misunderstand is, does he actually feel like he's going to hell? Does he believe that there's a hell for him to go to?
I don't ask him. I have no.
You know what I mean? I wonder, does he believe that there's a hell for him to go to?
Or do we believe we just make all this stuff up?
Yeah. Or is he just?
I think
is he taking what he thinks is a funny story and using it as a gimmick?
I think the fact that you would make those shoes and that kind of thing, I think you believe that there is a hell. But
you think so?
Yeah, but you just
then
prepared.
My consent for you is you are not 100. Because if I had the choice to live eternally in bliss and happiness, or to burn and suffer eternally, my right mind would tell me, choose this day. Choose light.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't feel like he believes in heaven and hell, but I might be wrong. The jokes are far too comfortable for me. My thing is, those stuff don't even enter my ears, my ear gate, my eye gate. They don't even come across my path. That's me. I guess that's my position. So because I'm not hearing it enough, maybe I'm not outraged enough. Maybe I need to go and look for more information to be outraged.
Hey, we
have a caller. Love it.
You have a caller on the air. Let's get our caller on. Caller, welcome to that Good Morning Tea. You have to turn the radios down so we don't get the feedback. But welcome to that Good Morning Tea on Glory 93.9 FM.
Good morning. I just want to add to the conversation I've been having about this music video.
Go ahead. You can add to it.
Pardon me?
Go ahead. Right ahead. Go right on ahead and add to the
First thing is, apparently this young man is doing this in response to how persons spoke to him as a homosexual from the church. He is saying, y'all want me to go to hell, so I'm going to go to hell. So that's the first thing. This is a response to the church. The second thing is, I've heard a lot of people say they're not giving it any attention, but for me, unfortunately, I couldn't take that posture because I had young people sending me the video asking me, Ms. Marisha, what do you think about this? Sending me his TikTok responses saying, what do you think about this? So we could take that approach and say, oh, I'm not going to give it any attention or whatever. But the lambs are giving it all of their attention and it's piquing their curiosity. And they're asking questions about it. And they want to know, like, okay, how come he could just do this? If y'all say Jesus is who he is, and if y'all say salvation is this, and if y'all say Christianity is this, how is it okay for this young man to just be out there literally going against the church of God? Because that's what this is. This is not just another person who is putting themselves out there as a sickness. This is his response to the way he was treated from members of the church, the body of Christ. So I think we have to approach this one differently. This is not just like all the other people making music. And the song has nothing to do with Satan, by the way. That's the crazy part. The song is just something catchy you would listen to. If you heard it on the radio and didn't see the music video, you would think, wow, this song is kind of catchy. It doesn't say anything about Satan. It doesn't say anything about Jesus. So it's clear that it's also his motive to get the song in people's ears, not knowing what the motive is behind it. I don't know if we can just ignore this one because he's responding to the church. He's responding to what has been done to him. And for me personally, my response to it was I was praying for that young man because he has been, I guess you could say, ostracized by the church. Mm. And now he's like saying, well, okay, since y'all don't want me in, y'all don't want to include me, bye. I going on the other side and I'm going to go from a pole from heaven straight down into hell. And I can carry y'all young people with me.
This is different.
My question is, okay, so being my posture is not paying it nothing, not giving it any kind of attention. What would you say should be our response to this then, based on what you shared in terms of his response? That is a conscious and deliberate affront to the Church of the Living God. What should be our response? Because I think every time we have these conversations, especially in this internet viral age, and our position is always from behind a computer screen or behind a phone screen, and we talk a lot about what does that mean for that? What actual responsibility do we have? Like, how culpable are we for the things that we just put out there and then walk away from because it's gone into kind of cyberspace?
Right.
What should be our response?
I think our first response should not be the outcry that we gave. Oh, this man, he evil, this little boy, he evil. He putting out stuff out there for Satan. I think if we was gonna post that, we should have been like praying for this young man, because obviously he's been hurt by the church and this is his response to his hurt. And I think it would have encouraged more people to recognize the posture that we should take as believers, where they should know we are Christians by our love first.
I think very few people realized that it was a response. I had in all the things I saw, I didn't see at all that he's something he had consciously like responded to. I've been hurt by, or you damned me to hell and this is where I'm going.
Right. And so that even further proves the point. We automatically make assumptions without doing research.
I wasn't assuming anything. I was just talking about the shoe. So this whole song issue of it is a new thing to me about this whole, because I didn't know that even the whole dance on the devil situation that's brought about here. I was talking about the shoe. So I didn't even know about the whole video and the crying out for a video for.
More than that, the video starts off with him pretending to be Eve. And it's giving this depiction as if he and Eve conceive a child. It's very twisted. That statement, you conceive a child. Listen to me. This thing is perverted.
So what do we say to our young people then? Because you're in a position where you had to have these conversations, and primarily that's our concern, because people like me, people like Delton, and probably a lot of the listeners on DGMT this morning aren't going to come across this and aren't going to be in a position where they have to explain it or they have to kind of engage in conversations about it. What do we say to our young people?
What I have been saying to them, and this is something that our pastor, Bishop Denzel, always talks about. I say to them, I said, we could get into this theological conversation as to whether or not the things that he's depicting about Satan and about Adam and Eve and about on all his entire posture, we could get into that political, theological debate, and we could go into it and we could prove the Christians out to be wrong. We could prove the unbelievers out to be right. And we would still be in this place where we just had an argument and it brings us to no point or no end. I say to the young people who bring it up to me, I said, what do you know about Christ to be true? You've had an undeniable experience with an encounter with God. And that's the thing that preserves your faith. The fact that you had an experience with God. But the individuals who haven't had an experience with God, I invite them to church and say, come, because I guarantee you, the place that I go to, you will have an encounter with God and you will know he's real. You will know he is real, and you will know without a shadow of a doubt that anything else that you ever encounter or interact with in your life absolutely cannot override your experience and your encounter.
I think one thing that, like, hearing you speak about this, I think this is one, and I guess we have to be, this is just part of our responsibility. How far? I'm not sure. Because again, back to this idea, I would have never engaged with it on a normal day. And I'm not in a situation where I was forced to, because, no one didn't, it wasn't sent to me or that kind of thing. I wasn't asked questions about it. But how far, and this is for everybody, and thank you, Marisha, for your perspective and comments, but how far do we have a responsibility to research and engage? Because one of the first things that comes to my mind is protect my heart. Do you understand? With all diligence. That's my response from me as an individual. So my thing is to go researching, to go watching, to go opening those doors. I just much rather not. Do you understand? But I feel like, having heard you speak, that's now put me at a disadvantage in a situation where we have a generation that needs those of us that maybe are sober-minded, grounded in the world, grounded in the word, and grounded in our faith, to be able to attack the things that they see and can't explain. And I guess the question for all of us is, how far, like, where's the line? And I guess everybody has to define this for themselves. Where's the line between guarding your heart and equipping yourself to be relevant to a generation that is very different from ours, and one that's coming up after them, which is, even more different from them? Because even when you were saying, they were asking you, how is he? My head is, I'm still struggling to compute that, because my thing is, as a Christian youth, for all I was in and out of the church, maybe not necessarily doing everything I should do, but I was a Christian. I would never look at that and see right. I can't find any right in it. Like, so even, and that's what I'm saying, I'm like, my detachment from this generation is such to the extent that I cannot even see what their questions would be.
It's not just Christian youth that are asking the question, though, and so that's another assumption that we, unfortunately, in this time, in this age and time, we cannot make. We cannot assume that every young person that comes to church has actually received salvation and actually believes the truth. And that's something that I've been discovering now, dealing with youth for the amount of years that I have been. We cannot assume that because a person is in church on a consistent basis that they believe what's coming from the pulpit.
My question is, are there questions about homosexuality? What are the questions in regards to this particular situation, like this particular Lil Nas thing and the trainer?
Questions about homosexuality and it's weird when you have to deal with those kind of questions when it comes from young people, because they're always right and everybody else is wrong. So it's a difficult one to approach a lot of the times, because they will tell you that their feelings are real and legitimate, because they are, and you can't tell them that they're not.
So it's about homosexuality then? The questions that they have?
The majority of the questions that I got that came to me, I can't speak for everybody else, I can only speak for me. The questions that I got was, okay, so did Eve have a child for Satan? What he's suggesting, that, okay, Eve had one child for Adam and then Eve had a child for Satan, true? Like, one Cain and Abel, one was good, one was bad. So one is Satan child, one is Adam child. Those are the questions to answer.
Got it.
And then his whole response to the church. So they're like, okay, so the church basically excommunicated him according to his experience, because he was a homosexual. So they were like, so is it right for the church to just kick you out because you live a certain way or because you have a certain lifestyle? And I was like, oh boy, there we go. So those are the questions that I have to ask, because then of course because then they have to bring things like, okay, so what about the people who sleep with people, husband and wife, and what about people who's murder and steal, so God to forgive them more than he's forgive homosexuals, and those are the kind of questions that are coming, and I'm like, I see where you're coming from. I absolutely, I get it. I'll say this and I'll close. One of the things that I've been fighting with in my personal walk with God is, am I a Christian who wants to go to heaven, or am I a defender of the faith? This is something that I've been going back and forth with God in my personal walk, because if I'm a defender of the faith, I live differently. I live differently, and I believe that the ministry that we are a part of is calling us to be defenders of the faith, not just walking by faith, but we stand on this, we live on this, and anything that opposes it is not true. And so I've been battling with God with that, because I was like, God, I never asked you to be this advocate for Christianity. I never asked you to be this person who people look at and be like, oh, she loves Jesus, she's a God person. But unfortunately, I've been exposed to a revelation now that I cannot be unexposed to. What I have heard, I cannot unhear. So now I have to ask myself the question, what is my responsibility to the unbeliever because of the revelation that I have encountered, and because of what God has allowed me to hear and to know? Because of what he's allowed me to hear and to know, I can't sit back, no matter whether or not I have a position where I lead young people or not. It's because of the truth that I've been exposed to. I know the plans of the enemy. I know his plots. I know what his tricks are. It's not brand new. He always brings us back to the question, did God really say? Is he really who he says he is? And I believe that that is the fight that we are going to be fighting until we get to heaven. This plan of the enemy to get people to question the reality of God. And unfortunately for me, this is my personal encounter, my personal relationship with God. he is pushing me into the place to be a defender of the faith. So I cannot sit back and allow situations like this to just go all over social media, to get into the eyes and ears of lambs and unbelievers and not say anything about it. I have to say something.
Got you.
God bless you. Bye.
Thank you so much, caller.
Thank you. You always listen to DGMT. You're safe for true. Thank you so much, Marisha. I think that final thought, she said, and I think this is the only point I disagreed with Marisha on. Do we get a choice? I don't think we get a choice. I think once you become saved, your part, like you in this is done.
Yeah,
you're out. Like your job now is to fulfill the Great Commission. And as soon as you've come onto this side of the army, as soon as you convert, you become a defender of the faith, whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
and I think as soon as you profess Jesus, you take on a defensive position.
Yeah,
because you are living in a fallen world. And I think that's the only thing I disagree on. I don't think we get a choice, but I think we all come to that realization at different points in our lives, and fight that fight for different lengths of time. You are a defender of the faith as soon as you accept it as yours. As soon as you take it on as your faith, you become a defender of it.
I got some comments in there before we to go on our quick commercial break. A texter said, a person says, you're not giving it extra attention, just focusing on it right now because this is literally getting airtime on NBC, CNBC, to Fox, to NPR, to CBS. So it's like the controversy is just fueling its popularity, and the popularity isn't based on the health stuff at all. What they are focusing on is this being just an expression of his reaction to ingrained homophobia and lack of tolerance in the community, more specifically the Black community, and especially
the Christians
of the Black church. Not the Christians, the Black church. Because it ain't
that is now. Do you know what? For
church.
Me, that's added a whole nother level of dot. The fact that this is indirect, and I feel like DGMT, we have a cyclical show.
Yeah,
we go around. We have like a new topic, and it takes us back to the same kind of ideas. It takes us back to the same place. And honestly, that phrase "defender of the faith" is probably going to stay with me
the word of the day
all week. That's the word of the week. That's the word of the week. Because I guess, and I'm saying this just before we go on our commercial break. Y'all don't go nowhere because you're gonna like this commercial break. I think it's just the fact that we, on the one hand, we want to be defenders of the faith, right? But on the other hand, it is people's belief in their defense of the faith that has this man in the position that he's in. And I don't even want to say it's finding balance. I think it's finding the right way to do it. Balance implies that I just think we've got it wrong. I think we're just getting it wrong. I think we're getting it wrong because the defense of the faith is now what has created this, for lack of a better phrase, monster.
Yeah.
Not him,
but
the situation, the controversy, the open door. But I guess sometimes it's necessary for us to look inwardly, evaluate. Couple more comments on this topic before we shut it down. Delton, your eye, Sandy. I see it.
Sandy.
You read this big comment. You wake yourself up. I should do you like the kids. Stand up. Stand up and read it. Stand up and read it.
Let me go to. We did that already for BB. Chris says, to be honest, it is disturbing. There's a part of it where his version of the devil in the garden kisses him. I was like, what? The name of the song is actually his name, and the call your name part is the name of a coming out movie. Apparently, the name of a coming out movie. Yeah, coming out movie. So not a movie that's coming out, but a movie that's about coming out. I don't know. So the answer, he was provoking. He was hurt. I don't even know if he's intentionally partaking though. Some comments who in, I guess they BB knew who was on the phone apparently. Yes, well said, Richard. Our new generation. Absolutely, definitely well said. I mean, don't care about the words. We go by visuals. Yeah, because I saw the controversy, I saw the conversation, and I said, I'm not going to watch it. This generation was like, ooh, we want to see. We want to see it. And that's the primary difference. Yeah. Like for me, I was just like, at my old age, I didn't know there was a whole video. I was like, what does the shoe say? What is video? What is the shoe? That's all I was. I was like, video. What is video? I can't recall the words of the song, but the video. But but the videos that come across unwillingly, it's hard to not look into it. And I could recite the whole video in my head and don't know one word of the song. So she can tell you what happened in the pictures. Obviously, a visual learner,
Because she's a visual.
as we would call them in school. It is our mindset if our generation takes it on as a no or a yes. Chris says, I feel like if we are going to form an opinion, definite one, we should at least have some form of foundational understanding on the topic. We may generally not care about what it is, but knowing of some extent is still a bit important, unfortunately. I'd be lost on many things, so I don't speak on them until I have done some research. What Chris is saying.
Chris say, y'all come on Good Morning Tea and do no research.
I think it's responsible to research. Of course, Chris, if you are...
in terms of like when you have to engaging in those, right?
If you get familiar with the show, you realize, no, research, what is that?
I do, but I agree with Chris 100% in general. I don't think there's an opinion to be had here, though.
I mean, on this?
From believers' perspective, there's no opinion. Is it because opinion would be like, I like it, I don't like it, maybe he should have used green. Like, no, I feel like our stance is very clear. I think it's how we communicate it and how we communicate or how we respond to it or how we or make our stance clear will be empowered by how much we actually know about the topic. I get that because I feel like opinion implies there are several ways to go with this. You
took one way, but there's an option of taking another way.
You know what I mean? Like, are we even divided on this? Are we divided on
that? Might for an easy question.
That's a whole nother show. Because there are believers that will believe this is just artistic expression.
I've seen
them on social media.
Because when you talk about the whole idea that he's dancing on the devil, when in the Bible says the devil is red and have these things, because that's just what y'all take on the devil, and I also believe that as well because if the devil is an angel, I assume that he would look like what the angels look like.
One thing I know about the devil, he's a liar.
He's a liar, and we should kick him in the fire.
Delton has a rhyme for everything. A rhyme for everything.
That's actually a Bohemian song, but the devil, Satan is a liar. Kick him in the fire. I used to work for Satan, but now I retire. Satan is a liar. Kick him in the fire. Pull the thing off. All right, okay, that's my plan. Anyway,
we're trying to be serious. That's it, Chris. He's a liar. That's it, and that's all.
That's it. That's
irrefutable
all.
Fact. We don't know what he looks like. But we know that fact.
He's a liar. That's it. That's all. Shona,
good afternoon at this hour.
Shona,
you are. Come on, guy.
Anyway, we're gonna do a quick commercial break, folks. Not gonna be too long, but we're gonna leave you all with some entertainment as we take this commercial break. Do not leave,
and make sure you share. What's left to talk about?
We'll find something else.
Because this is sitting heavy in my spirit now.
Now you're defending the faith. The defender of the faith is there now.
Because when we get to defend of the faith, I get in my feelings. I'm like, oh Lord, that's why you saved me, God.
Search me,
no, but again, I must say thank you, Kola, for that perspective. I one thing about DGMT, you're gonna key, you're gonna drink that trapsy tea, but you're gonna leave with a word in your spirit. A word in your spirit.
So don't leave.
9 out of 10, it's not from Delton and I.
Oh, no.
We just the hosts.
We only holding the show up. Waiting for you all to look up and take it. we only holding the show up.
We love it.
And so I want you to sit back, relax as we go on this commercial. Actually, no, stand up wherever you are. If you are able to stand, if you're driving on the road, do not stand up. Put on the side of the road first, and then
this
get about the car.
It has what's the word? Like it has a what I'm looking for. It's just vintage. Like it just keeps coming back round.
Yeah.
Like
it'll die for a while, but
it'll die and it'll come back strong. And we have a mission today to bring it back strong on this Easter weekend, on this resurrection weekend, as we commemorate
the death and resurrection of our Lord and Savior,
Jesus Christ.
So y'all keep it locked right here to Glory 93.9 FM for those on the radio, for those on Facebook. Keep it locked right where you got it. Don't click on nothing else. Don't click on the person's picture. You bet.
Don't even just do the minimize of Facebook and share it.
Share it.
Share it.
Somebody wants to enjoy this commercial break as much as we are going to enjoy this commercial break. So here we go.
Tell the children come in now.
Get around.
Tell the children get around now. Get around now.
Even long, we'll be back in about a minute or so. Don't touch your dials. Glory 93.9 FM. Your commercial break brought to you by the Funnies. Here we go.
Hey y'all, this right here's the Bible Slide featuring the Freedom Band. And this time we're about to get holy, 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 holy. Holy, holy, holy. Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. All right, we about to have some spiritual milk. To the left. Take a step of faith. Pray once this time. On the devil, let's stomp. On temptation, let's stomp. Bible slide real smooth. Now praise and shout. Woo! To the right. Take a step of faith. Jump out the boat. Right foot, let's go. Left foot, let's go. Bible slide now, y'all. Now it's time to get holy. Get right now. To the left. Take it to the grave. And see it resurrect. Come alive this time. Right fist, 2 pumps. Left fist, 2 pumps. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Backslide. No! Backslide. No! It's just a move. Let's win the lost. Go left. Take his kingdom back now, y'all. 2 souls this time. 2 souls this time. Right fist, 2 pumps. Left fist, 2 pumps. Pray on your knees. Pray on your knees. Get holy with it. Oh, yeah. Come on. Bible slide now, y'all. Temptations. Turn them down. The harvest is ready. Take them back now, y'all. 5 souls this time. On principalities, let's stomp. On the bondage, let's stomp. They're not your friends. The devil's not your friend. On the devil, let's stomp. On temptation, let's stomp. Behave! Everybody raise your hands. Come on, y'all. Pray it out. How low can you go? Can you go down low? Drop your knees to the floor. How low can you go? He can bring it to the top. He can raise your face up. He can bring it to the top. 1 hop. Right foot now. Walk it out now, y'all. Bible slide real smooth. Turn the devil down. To the right. Take his kingdom back now, y'all. Don't fall this time. Don't fall this time. Win, win. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Shake off the dust, arise. Shake off the dust, arise. Win, win. Win, win. He's your friend. He's coming back again. Don't be fooled now, y'all. He's coming back again. To the left. Take his kingdom back now, y'all. The lost, the lost. The cross, the cross. He's alive, let's jump. He's alive, let's jump. Right fist, let's pump. Left fist, let's pump. His kingdom come. His will be done. Don't slide to the right. Don't slide to the left. Take his people back now, y'all. Bible slide now. Turn the devil down. Jesus wins every round. Stand firm now. Proclaim now, y'all. Jesus loves you! Pray it out. Bring him out. Praise and shout.
Said to me,
On today.
if
Delton,
you ain't playing this at your next
want
party,
to tell
I ain't
you,
coming.
Play that one more time.
If you ain't have to see your next party, we ain't coming. Just say
Every
it.
key message was in now.
If y'all-
Everything you need for this resurrection weekend and beyond was right there.
Oh,
in that
man.
song.
If y'all into the
And
next party,
if I read any disgusting comment, you get a block from DGMT because your heart ain't right.
yeah. So if this is
My
not
mother is currently staring at my screen, asking, "What's this nonsense?" Miss Antoinette, I appreciate that.
if this is not your party, we ain't coming, buddy. So get yourselves together.
because y'all know you be cha-cha sliding anyway.
Like
And
backslide.
they were true to the beat. They didn't
Oh,
change
yeah.
the beat.
They
They
changed
kept
the
the
beat.
moves. Like they gave you some new ones. Let His kingdom come.
Uh-huh.
And it will be done. Oh my gosh.
Backslide. No.
No.
Backslide.
Don't look to the left. Ooh,
Don't look to the right.
Man, proclaim.
That
Pray it
is
out.
your video for the day, folks.
Yay. Praise and shout.
I need your lots of parties everywhere.
So
Get
to
it
make sure tomorrow when your family have that very small socially distanced gathering
of less than 20, 25, whatever it is.
in the house,
I can't remember what it is.
whatever it is, whatever socially
Y'all
distanced
play this.
emergency order abiding gathering you may or may not have tomorrow.
And on Monday.
That's for you. That one's for free.
Yeah. You know,
That one is for free. Monday, if you're those of you that go into the beach in your jeans, skirts, and your loose t-shirts,
better be and black t-shirt.
not
Black t-shirt.
black t-shirt,
Not a white one,
please.
please.
Not a white one. You can play that on the speaker because I know you carrying a speaker in some cooler because
Yeah.
you want to turn up on the beach.
So
You're
sweet
gonna-
one, a Kool-Aid.
Speaker in the cooler.
And a cooler.
Cooler, not
Oh,
Kool-Aid.
it's Kool-Aid.
Cooler.
What's in the
Only
cooler?
yogurt and water and things.
Okay.
And then the KFC chicken.
Of course.
bucket.
Oh, 2 buckets.
2 buckets.
Doesn't size the family.
That's trouble me when I see KFC bucket on. It's like, how y'all know you wasn't eating sand on the chicken?
Uh-uh.
And all this breeze blowing.
Yo,
Anyway,
Claude,
y'all
you put
going
a
to the
Claude down.
beach. Y'all have a wonderful time, yeah? However, that was for y'all.
Yeah.
Delton, do we need to post the link in the chat?
Just in case anyone want to see it afterwards.
In case anyone wants.
That's YouTube it. YouTube it. It's there.
You did it.
Jesus
It's called
slide.
It's called the Jesus slide.
Jesus slide. Oh, Jesus slide. One
And
of the two.
people accused Delton of this one. This totally me. That's 100% me.
That's the sad
I
for
said
here to play
I
today.
need this to play in the commercial break.
And so sad, so that.
Why is this living rent free in my head?
It's gonna be
because
there,
it
ma'am.
should.
It should be there.
Because it should. The lost, the cross. If not, oh my God. What a word. What a message on today.
We should enter down today.
I feel like we should wrap up.
Like, right
Honestly.
there.
We've been on for an hour and a half, Delton. We're
We have-
wrapping up.
I don't even know how to be as long.
We wrapping up. We have do we want to broach this? Do we want to do it?
I don't think so. Y'all pray for us, man. I have a headache.
And his eye is Sandy.
Eyes are sandy. Vera's over here. Woke up this morning feeling nose pains all over her body.
No.
She woke up with nose pains.
Oh my
All over her body.
all over my honestly, Brittany says she mad she was doing it with them. If there was anybody who was logged on that I trusted would, it was you, Brittany.
Between numbers out. 1 and 2.
Take it back now, y'all.
Oh,
Take the kingdom back.
take his kingdom back. Anyway, guys. Y'all have a good weekend.
Yeah, man. This was a good show. Of course, you're not leaving DGMT empty-handed. You're
Never do.
leaving with food for thought.
Yeah.
Are you a defender of the faith?
Are you?
Are you a defender of the faith? You are, but how well are you doing your job?
I think it's gone to us like the scripture that says, who do men say I am? We have to know some things. We have to know we have to have our ear to the ground to know some things in order to defend.
Nice.
It's where people bring things to you. You want to be able to say something to it. And that's don't be like, I don't care. You're going to hell.
Oh, Delton, I feel personally attacked, but it's okay.
That's usually our line.
I feel personally attacked.
Like, what do you think about this?
But
When I think
it's
about it, you're going to hell. That's what I think
okay.
about it.
You know, one thing about Easter, this is a beautiful thing about this Easter weekend. I feel like Friday draws us inward.
Mhm.
Friday, for me, and I'm being very transparent, very honest, because we know we like to be transparent as believers.
Of course.
Friday puts me in that first scenario that our caller described. Friday is just like, thank you, Lord,
Yeah.
that I'm going to go.
Just
That I'm going to get to heaven, that you did it just for me.
Yeah.
I think Friday makes us a bit insular. Friday makes us quite introspective. And you have the danger, you become maybe quite selfish. I just want to live right, so heaven will belong to me. And then Sunday takes you right back to that defender of the faith. Well, I will proclaim this glorious name of Jesus Christ. I will shout the resurrection of Jesus from the mountaintops, because it is this fact you guys cannot refute. You cannot hide it. You cannot undo it. You cannot explain it away.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, we return back to our posture where we realize that we have a responsibility. We have a mandate. That's you have, you know how I say you got one job. Once you're saved, you have one job. Go tell it on the mountain.
Of course.
But now it's not as simple as just telling it. Sometimes you got to tell it and then untell some things too.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everybody telling something. So when we tell ours, we got to untell some other things. So today we've been given some food for thought on DGMT. We've also been given some, what was I, something.
We didn't get a chance to talk about
Christian party material.
Yeah. Oh, listen to me.
Oh.
You Google it. Chris, you haven't done this on nobody, Chris. Then your party is lame. They should go ahead, Chris, download it.
What you saying is you ain't having no party. That's what
you're
you saying.
You're having to get together.
We did have a couple of other things on the docket.
Yeah, the docket.
But I feel like at this high place, anything else would just be.
Yeah, let's live right.
You want to?
Heaven belongs to you.
No, you can't just live right. It's not enough.
No, doesn't live right. So defend living right.
You gotta defend living right. Oh my God,
let
you
them
cannot
know,
just live right.
Let them know, like we always say, that God ain't joking.
I want you to know I'm still not going to be commenting on any of these things.
And hell's still smoking. You're not going to be commenting
on any of these things on social
media things. But at some point, like we said, we need a minister of clapback for the Christian faith. We need, like I always wonder where that whole like God getting people for talking about his people. Where they're gone? I guess is it that we just don't do it anymore because we under this grace dispensation and
why he doesn't do it anymore?
Like why doesn't our prophets like talk about people? Like someone like it in the story that Pastor Denzel always preaches to us,
right? About
Elisha, I think it was that went into the city and the water was bad,
right?
And he put the salt and la la la.
Right.
I was talking about that salt scripture.
La la la.
Ray, bugger. All right, that in that scripture. You read about a few verses down.
Right.
And Elijah was walking through the city.
Oh, and they was talking about him being bald.
And the children
right
came out and was teasing him. And Elijah turned to them.
Right.
Said a few choice words.
Something about a bear,
and
right?
2 bears
came
out and killed like 40-something children.
Okay.
Where that God gone? Like these people out here saying whatever they want to say about the Christians.
However,
clapping back at the pastors. That same God cleave your lying tongue to the roof of your mouth. Oh, ye believer. So yes, it is indeed the dispensation of grace. That means because where that gone? Like for some people online, let's be like, yo, Jesus, where the bears?
Because Jesus.
where the bears?
When Jesus came, Jesus showed us a more excellent way. Jesus said, honestly, God ain't want to do all of that, but y'all was running out, and he had to set some things in order. Don't worry. I've come to show you how. I've come to show you how to do it better. You come.
God of Elijah. That's what I did.
God of Elijah. There's a song. There's an African song you would love. God of Elijah, send down fire. If you go to like a hot prayer meeting, God of Elijah, send down fire. That's the only line. Elijah, send down fire. God of Elijah, send down fire. So boy. They summon him sometimes. Sometimes he show up for them.
Just this week, the Christian Council released a document talking about the vaccine.
Right.
They didn't give any opinion on it. They just talked to experts, medical experts.
Right.
And they said, this is what medical experts said. People come, who has the Christian Council list? Y'all about the teeth of men. La 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 re. It's God of Elisha.
It's a different time, Delton. It's a different time. And the thing is, you guys want the bears to come out and maul them, but you're not doing enough to spread the light of Jesus Christ. You're not doing enough to defend the faith. You're not doing enough to preach the gospel so that they could be saved and not be mauled by bears. You're too busy wondering why they're not being mauled by bears. That's the problem.
Elijah just did all he could.
Because Elijah was busy doing what he was supposed to be doing.
Said they can't drink the water. The water is poison. Y'all are about to die. I'm helping y'all. Y'all here. We ain't asked for no help.
Because
Baldy.
He was busy. Elijah was busy doing what he was supposed to be doing.
And when people start talking about him, when he's doing what he's supposed to do, say, okay, God. Get
Delton, Jesus showed us you shouldn't want them to be mauled by bears, mate. Elijah ran out though. Elijah ran out. He didn't need to do all of that. He didn't run out. He didn't need to do all of that.
I believe Elijah.
God of Elijah, send down fire. What? I'm talking about 20 minutes on repeat. What?
Does the fire come though?
If the fire doesn't reach, we're gonna sing some more.
We can sing it some more. Yikes.
God of it. Where did those songs go? Like, I just pulled that from a deep place in my subconscious memory. I wonder what else is in the back there.
Elite sent me a call for an African preacher to pray. Say that that's when it comes.
My God.
Elite sent me a WhatsApp just now. She's like, when he just need an African preacher to come preach.
God of heaven. And then say, Vera, do the sermonic selection before he says, got it.
Yeah, man. But anyway, y'all continue to defend the faith. Even online, for the people who come and talk about the Christian church, man, somebody be a minister of clap back for us. That's going to respectfully clap back at these people.
Respectfully and knowledgeably, though.
And knowledgeably.
Respectfully, knowledgeably,
in love.
and in love.
In love, get them.
Respectfully, knowledgeably. Can I add this one, please? Respectfully, knowledgeably, articulately, and in love.
Correct.
If you do not know the difference between a part and a part, don't apply for the job as Minister of Clapback. I said it. I'm not taking it back. You all have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday as we come to the end of this holy week. And we will see you.
If you don't have a church home to go to, we invite you to Life Worship Center. We have service every Sunday
Every Monday
at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. in the CH's auditorium right there off Minnie Street. Come on now, come join us. Our pastor is the Pastor Denzel A. Roll, and his wife, Minister Robin Roll, a woman of power. And so come on now, come join us. We have prayer on Monday and Wednesday and Friday. All kind of things happening. So come join us during this Easter season. Don't stay home, man. That's becoming a thing now where we're losing these high Christian days and people are staying home and not joining the saints in fellowship. Come on now, come join us in church.
Please do. I need to send out my invitations.
Yeah, do that.
Invitations.
And stay tuned to Learn at 3.9 FM. More great shows coming your way on Monday. Not this Monday though, because we're on holiday. But beginning back on Tuesday, we have National Access with Adrian Francis. Michelle Malcolm comes with GPS from 11 to 1. So Adrian is 9 to 11. She's 11 to 1. Girl Talk is back in full swing. Barbershop Talk is back in full swing.
Indeed.
One-on-one with Pastor Denzel and Pastor Rakino is back in full swing.
Shows on shows. Of
course, the most organized of these shows of all. I mean, let's shout out. Find your tribe. Hey. Let's go with one song, Vera, because I like how we should get song in it.
Hold on, but no, you're not going to say that sentence and put
first of all
at the end.
We're doing this now.
Are we going to come up with a song now? DGMT, we put this competition out a while ago, and Pastor EWA said he was going to get us straight.
Yeah, he started to put
a little jingle together for DGMT.
Yeah, in a manifest.
Grave embarrassment. Is now what? How many months? Yes, later we don't have it.
Still don't have a song.
Don't have a show.
Girl Talk.
Don't have a show. We have a show.
We have a show.
Just about every Saturday we have a show. And that's because of you guys. You guys give us a
competitions
show.
out there, and there is a prize for the DGMT that comes up with the song, the theme song for us.
I know what the prize is going to be. We have a real prize for them.
Yeah, prize.
Yeah,
got it.
We can talk about it after this.
All right, so let's go. So we just come on now, put a little song
DGMT
together.
jingle, put a song together.
Chris, go in the booth.
Yeah, man.
Chris, go in the booth real quick. Try not to use
get that juice in the booth.
The questionable words, Chris. Just keep it like.
You don't need to tell Chris.
Oh, his play name is Raw Word. So take off something raw, Chris. Put together one song, and so we could be about 20% of the way there to catching up with Girl Talk. Once we get a song, we'll be 20% away of what Girl Talk is. And so keep it locked right here to Glory 93.9 FM. And this is Delton. That is Vera. It's always fun having you all here. Thanks to all.
Listen,
all those
and
new persons.
I always leave. Okay, 90% of the time, I leave DGMT a better person. I honestly do.
A better person.
I honestly do.
Or at least questioning yourself, be a better person.
At least challenging.
And so, to all of you, all of our new listeners and new commenters,
New commencers, the name I won't forget, Raquel Mintz. She came for me and then she said good afternoon. So welcome, Raquel Mintz.
I'll tell you a story about Raquel Mintz when we finish off here.
Ooh.
I can't say it on here.
Ooh, Raquel Mintz.
Yeah. I'm
intrigued.
I'll tell you.
And I feel like this is Chris's first time commenting.
Yeah, is it?
Don't mind the fact that he write plenty today. I remember that he ever comment before. We like it.
But he not.
Yeah,
that's all that matters.
And we're grateful.
So happy Easter. I Juliana wrote. She's saying happy Easter weekend.
Do you see the random fact Marisha post? That the line, if I be a man of God. Delton, I feel like now we're talking about if I be a man of God, we need to hit it and quit it real quick. We here,
All right,
and
go
we
ahead
usually
now.
go for 2 hours.
Yeah, we'll get she'll come after this.
Huh?
All right, so go ahead. If I be a man of God,
If I be a man of God, I don't even know what to say.
one, you must be a man of God to say if you be a man of God.
But then, how do you know if it's not?
It's usually said by the prophet. A prophet that was about to make a declaration, say a word over the people. So, like, listen to me. If I be a man of God, which means if this doesn't come,
That was to do with the rain thing, right? I feel like that's
I
where
think
it was. That's what it came
if
from.
this doesn't come true, then
I'm not a man of God.
I'm not a man of God.
I feel like if I be a man of God was rhetorical. It wasn't a genuine challenge.
Yeah, he said put
It was like a rhetorical question. Like, am I a man of God? You know, answer, because everybody know. That's why you put if I. It wasn't like a challenge. Like, let's now start using it. As in, come on, guys.
to prove myself. Like, here you go. If I be a man of God, yeah, I don't know.
Elijah said it in that same vein where he laughed at them and told them to cut themselves. He said, cry a little louder because your God is asleep. Elijah was petty. He got best and more children. When he said, if I be a man of God, he was being low, guys. He was being sarcastic.
It was being petty.
He was being petty. I don't understand why we've now taken this as to be like, yeah, okay, y'all use this particular one, this particular prophecy to prove me. I think we missed the sentiment.
Yeah, Elijah said, listen to me. If I be a man of God, let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And the fire of God came down from heaven and consumed him.
After he told
and
them,
his 50.
cry louder, he's sleeping. That's the same Elijah, guys. Just put all of this in context. Anyway, there's a current, it's gone around and it's been sent to us. I don't have much to say on it. Delton, I don't know about you.
What's that is?
The prophet who has been, we say he's arrested, arraigned?
Apparently, we had some conversations with police officers because that question is always around. When the police call you in, does that mean you're arrested? Apparently, that it means you're arrested.
If the police call you in?
If the police call you for questioning, they can't question you unless you're arrested.
Really?
Apparently that's the way. Yeah.
Based on all the TV shows I watch, that's not correct. And the TV shows I watch are facts.
They are facts. Yeah. So apparently, I'm like, when they say like, Vera, come in, we want to see you, it usually means you lock up. It's like there's no reason for the police to want to say hi to you. So come on in, if you have a few questions, you lock up. So apparently, so yeah, I don't know.
Julianne says love him. She's talking about Elijah.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly the scenario of it, whether it's a legal issue now, but I
did see a statement from the Commissioner of Police come out about it today.
Yes. Oh, today?
I saw it on my news today. I don't know if it was from yesterday.
Yeah. So I
is there
don't
anything
know.
to even say?
Yes, I guess that's for those who are out there. Let's just be responsible.
Yeah.
Even if there's a word from God. If I have a word from God for Vera to stop doing something, I'm just going to call Vera up on the phone.
This is my only thing.
I don't need to.
If
go live
I
on
say
Facebook.
I have a word, right? And I say, I'm going to say this word and I don't care about the possible consequences. I acknowledge that one of the possible consequences is that I may be arrested, I may be called in for questioning, I may become an enemy of the person I'm about to speak out against.
Yep.
I kind of figure, well,
So be it.
You know what I mean? Like,
If
he
you-
said what he said, and he knew what would happen.
If you be a man of God.
So, Rose, we was going to leave that alone.
I ain't talking about that either. I ain't talking about that.
Rose.
Ain't getting that.
That one is above my pay grade. That one is above my pay grade.
Where's
And
that?
it took me a while to put 2 and 2 together, Rose. When
That's
I saw
something
that, I was like,
that's something we ain't talking about. Like, people don't talk about it often, Rose. And we ain't talking about it either. So we ain't talking about it either. It ain't got us in trouble. Not today.
yeah. I just realized that kind of worms I opened 4 minutes ago. I should have left that alone.
Left that alone. Anyway,
Vera and, what'd she say? Vera and, what happened?
there's more to come in. So yeah, so if you have something to say, I mean, but if you, like Vera said, if you don't care, then go ahead, man. Put it out there. Just suffer the consequences that come on. Check your Facebook inbox.
How do you do that again?
I don't remember.
Oh, wait.
Let's go to Facebook. Let's go to Facebook. Oh, excuse us as we
Play them the thing one more time. Play it one more time.
No.
Oh, gosh.
Do you see it?
It's coming up, but you know my laptop has been through the struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marisha. This is what we're speaking about and trying not to speak about.
Oh yeah. We saw that. I sent it to Vera.
And he sent it to me, and I was like, "What?" And then I was like,
"Hold on, who is this?"
"Who's that?" And then I put 2 and 2 together. So this video was taken after the.
That's what is suspected.
He was arrested and released.
I'm hoping that's not, but that's what it's being.
I don't think it makes a difference.
It doesn't make a difference at all, actually, to be honest. But neither here or there. And then also the picture I sent you to. We didn't get a chance to talk about the picture.
Which one?
The picture I sent you from the Easter production.
Should we end with that?
No, we can't, because I thought that was like something that happened in the States. Oh no,
it's in the Bahamas.
It's in the Bahamas.
Delton, you're lying.
Anywho, so it's talking about churches doing too much. That was one of them. Church just doing a little bit much.
That was not in the Bahamas.
That was in the Bahamas.
In short, the image was in a particular service, their Good Friday service. They had a man from the congregation depicting Jesus Christ on the cross.
I see you. I look at my inbox now. I said it's the same thing.
I know.
But it's just the same apostle. I see you, Roclisha. No, we're not talking about
Roclisha's the third person to send that.
No, we're not talking about
I just mean, like, what is there to say? Like, but we talked about this before, right? This social media. Oh, gosh.
So here's the thing. As we close, someone comes up to you. Are you a defender of the faith?
Me?
Mm-hmm. Do you defend this at some point and be like, y'all don't know what God is saying to you or doing? Should you just ignore it?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Someone comes to you. Let's say an unbeliever comes to you and brings this to you.
Which one? All the facts?
Yeah,
the prophecy,
the video,
the arrest,
and the last video,
the most recent video.
Are you a defender of the faith? Because you can talk about how people.
No, I'm a defender of my faith. I cannot defend anybody else and their actions. I cannot. I can't just be defending anybody willy-nilly, left, right, and center.
You can't say touch not God's anointed one. You don't touch that. Do the prophets no harm? No?
Now, you see what had happened was I could only use that scripture. One, because I'd be doing it in a dismissive fashion. It would be like, I don't talk about this, touch not God's anointed. Two, I didn't anoint them. Mm-hmm. I don't know who God's anointed is. I don't know. I don't always know. I can speak confidently, yes, I can, about those I have attached myself to in ministry, those who lead me, those who I've walked with. I can speak to them being anointed or not anointed. I can't speak to the anointment on someone's the anointment on someone's life based on Facebook videos I've watched. What I do know is this. Your tongue should not be divided. And it should not go two separate ways. Is it James that spoke about the tongue? Like a forked tongue?
Well, I don't know.
Somebody. I know something. From your mouth, you speak one side, and from the other side, you speak that side. Your anointment aside, it just means we find it very difficult to... I say we because we are now the consumers of everything because it's all online for us to see. The receipts are not hard to pull in 2021.
No, people bring them to you. Yeah, pull them.
Yeah, pull them. They write in your inbox. Right 3 of them. Same thing. It's a matter of my guy, my girl, brother in Christ, sister in Christ. You're making it difficult for us to help you, side with you, defend you. Because on one side of your mouth, you are saying right. On the next side, you are saying left. It's difficult. And I feel like, especially when you are under fire, you know, you have those moments where men of God will say something and apologize later. Like the preacher, did we play that? The preacher that said, oh, we didn't play that. But, you know, there was a pastor that came out and he was talking to his congregation. He's like, I'm talking to my congregation. A bunch of
Yeah.
We'll be here because there are a bunch of beats. And I'm not going to, and you know, I'm saying that there are a bunch of beeps. And then he said, I'm really, really sorry. I got hot. But at the end of the day, they are a bunch of beeps. And it was one of those, you recognize.
We can play that well.
We recognize that there was a relationship between him and his congregation. Yeah. And we've spoken about cussing contextually. Now, I think regardless of where you are, that word was unacceptable. However, that's not my business. But I feel like you make it difficult for people to defend maybe lapses in judgment. Look at Vera using English. Diplomacy makes it difficult for us to defend your lapses in judgment or moments of weakness when they're done so apologetically. And then at the same time, Your timing is poor. Your timing is very, very poor. I don't. But my thing is, in all these things, there's always a congregation riding with them.
Oh,
and
a squad.
I'm one of the congregation. So when I watch these videos, guys, in short, there's a video of a prophet. It's circulating. You're probably going to encounter it in the next hour or so.
15 to 24 hours.
Right. There's a prophet who has been in the news this week for speaking out against a particular
member of society
who's in a position of power and influence. And he was brought in for questioning regarding his comments. It's quite damning comments, saying that this particular person needed to repent for certain sexual abuses, and it was all going to come out. And they also said they didn't really care if they were, reprimanded or called in for it or victimized. That was the word for it. They were going to say what they were going to say. So when they were victimized for it, I was kind of like, okay, they kind of saw this coming.
So prophet,
you're my guy. He knows who fights his battles. And then, unfortunately, whether it was after or before, Facebook will pull the receipts. So Facebook now has a video of the same person cussing in the pulpit.
Allegedly,
Delton.
Allegedly.
Using language that wouldn't generally be accepted by church people in the pulpit. That's better?
Yeah.
Laura, come for your son, please.
It's alleged.
Yeah, so it's circulating now, and it's kind of like...
It could have been edited. It could have been an old video. We don't know where.
Yeah. I don't care if there was 55 more hours that we missed. Come on. What you said is what you said. So I just think, we can't... This is Marisha. It's okay for me to bow out of this one. Am I allowed to say I don't want nothing to do with this?
Yeah, no, we out of this.
Or do we? Because I don't even know. Like when I say defend faith, what am I defending? I can't defend the person. Can't defend what they did.
No.
I can just say, well, my defense is we're not all like this. That's my defense. Or it's my defense that this is not a true representation of my
Jesus.
Jesus.
Put it out there. We don't all do this.
Or am I? Or do I say this is not necessarily a true representation of my Jesus? I'm not saying he doesn't have my Jesus, but I'm saying in this particular moment, he doesn't represent him in the best way. Now, there are some times where if you were a fly on the wall in my life, you might say I'm not necessarily representing my Jesus in the best way. But just for those of you that are going to be quick and say, that's why I don't go to church anyhow, this isn't necessarily the best representation of Jesus. Now, you all have a nice Easter weekend. That's what we need to do. Or do we just say, give them the finger and sign out?
Say this. You go into a shoe store. They sell you some
Stop giving me all these hypotheticals.
They sell you some rotten shoes. You don't say that you're never going to wear shoes again. You have to realize that shoe store is selling you bad stuff. So you find one that's selling you good shoes. That's all I'm saying. Go to another shoe store. Don't use this shoe store to beat everybody.
But I don't wear shoes. I don't wear shoes. And all the advertisements I've seen is apparently that the best shoe store ever is doing a bunch of foolishness. So I'm not going to even try shoes. Forget shoes. I've been wearing cardboard flip-flops and they've not failed me.
Trainers? You've been wearing trainers?
I've been wearing trainers.
Anyway, folks, we'll probably not talk about this next week.
Oh, no. Because something's going to go down this week. That's going to have...
Yeah, probably.
You're going to be doing some new stuff.
Anyway, so thank you all so much for doing it again. We said we were going a long time ago. Why y'all still here? I have no idea.
If every time we need you in the kingdom is now. Boy, this is my response. Let's put these comments on as we wrap up the show.
Yeah.
Go up. Oh, so Rose was talking about when I was talking about the tongue being divided, bittersweet blessings and curses can't be alleged if there's video to support it. Delton saying he think it was edited.
It could be edited.
I'm saying
fake news.
Okay. I'm saying okay.
It's fake news.
No alleged in a video.
It's fake news.
Boy, this is my response. He doesn't represent what I believe. And he's not an apostle to me. Perfect. Rightly said. Couldn't say it any better. This isn't what I don't subscribe to this.
Yeah,
the Jesus in me is not necessarily responding at this moment to the Jesus in him.
It's not so easy.
I ain't saying it's not easy.
Yikes.
Am I getting a phone call for that's you, eh?
No, that's a message coming in from my wife to tell you that we have something in our house.
So basically wifey saying, wrap this up. We are out. We wanted to make sure we gave you the full 2 hours, not because we were late. We should shortchange our faithful DGMTers, and I feel like we've done a wonderful job with your assistance today. So give yourselves a round of applause.
So shout out to everyone that's locked in on TuneIn Radio, and then those locked in on FM radio, because you know that everybody's on Facebook. Facebook gets the benefit of not just hearing, but hearing and seeing. And so they get a little bit more attention because we actually can hear those comments.
True.
And see, not hear, but we can see those comments and put them on.
Did you say
air.
our numbers on the screen? So if we don't say it, they won't necessarily have it, and they probably need.
And
it
we
more
probably should have said it more.
Right.
So I do apologize.
We're learning.
I do apologize to those that were listening via radio and didn't get a chance to text and call in.
But thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in nonetheless. Stay tuned. Some more great shows on the way for you right here on Glory 93.9 FM. Once again, this is Delton. That person over there.
Vera.
That's Vera Wilson, all the way from Britain. And I'm trying to find.
I was all the way from Africa last week, but okay.
You come closer. You're almost there.
I've never made the journey from Africa to Bahamas. Let me tell you why. It's too expensive and it's too long.
Yeah. Get it by next week. What, 2 days? 2 days? No, 2 days.
Actually, you know what? It's not 2 days. You can
else.
go to parts of America and get a direct flight, and probably it will be as long as me flying home.
Oh, nice.
But I'd have to go to America first.
Anyway, folks, thank you all so much for tuning in. And we end the way we started by saying good morning. Even though
good afternoon.
It's good afternoon. We say
it is good afternoon.
We can say good morning for now. To all of our fans.
So we're not going to end with the Bible slap, not one more time?
No, that's too long, man. So I'll keep it locked. 93.9 FM, your favorite gospel station. Thanks so much for being a part of DGMT. And as for D, as for V, be gone, man.
We out.
We out of here. Bye, everybody.
Cheerio.
Yeah. One more time for the road. Hey. So thank you all for listening. You can't see us now for those on Facebook, but for those on radio, you can still hear us. And we out here.
Mention his name, all knees will bow. Those tears, joy of the Lord is your strength. He won't give you more.